reality of wrestling, the flagship of Texas wrestling.
You just can't see it anywhere else.
He's 15 feet in the air. Brian takes him up top. Oh, look at this. Oh, my God.
Will testify.
Look at you did that.
Boom.
Welcome to the reality of wrestling. I'm Matt Topolsky. He's Brad Gilmore. That's the Row Nation. And we have an electrifying edition of the reality of wrestling scheduled tonight. And Brad, we're not going to waste any time. Let's get right into it. Rex Andrews is the brand new reality of wrestling Texas heavyweight champion. He defends that title this week against a real wild card. That challenger is Cameron Cole.
I mean, Cameron Cole, former champion in his own right, tag team champion with the Cool. I wonder how he's going to fare on his own in singles competition without his partner Bartek at his side.
In addition to that, Brad, we're also going to talk about the Alpha Unit and La Familia. The winner of that matchup will be declared the #1 contender for the reality of wrestling tag team championship.
And Death Bear are the champions. They're the top team. They're the ones to beat. Can either one of these teams go to the mountaintop and take those championships off maybe the most dominant tag team we've ever seen? We'll find out.
And perhaps the biggest question tonight is how will the former reality of wrestling champion Evan Snow respond after losing that championship? He faces Double AJ Abel Andrew Jackson tonight.
And don't forget who's going to be at his side, the contemptible consultant, the owner, the operator of Stevie Ray Incorporated, Stevie Ray. Will accompany Abel to the ring. Never know what's going to happen.
All that and so much more on an action-packed edition of reality of wrestling that starts right now.
Being accompanied to the ring by Stevie Ray. From Washington, D.C., weighing 209 pounds, Abel Andrew Jackson.
Well, look what the cat drug in.
Dragged him, TP. Be grammatically correct. Aren't you a professional broadcaster?
While you argue with me over syntax, I will talk about Stevie Ray Incorporated and its newest client, Double AJ Abel Andrew Jackson, America's finest snake oil salesman. And what a wonderful ovation he's receiving from the World Gym Arena.
Seems to be all positive. You hear how much noise they're making? Hey, look at him. There he is, the man right there. There he is. That's the man. That's the man with the plan. The man with the brain. The man who runs the whole game. Stevie Ray Incorporated. Stevie Ray right there. Going up to the top.
And his opponent from Hip Hop USA, weighing 195 pounds, Evan Snow.
This is the first time we are seeing Evan Snow on reality of wrestling television since losing the reality of wrestling championship to Gino in that historic ladder match they had just a few weeks ago. And questions certainly circling around how E. Snow will respond to that loss. Very important for him to get a victory here right out the gate.
I could agree with you more, TP. I mean, if he loses again, his confidence, here's the thing. When you lose your championship, your confidence has to be broken. We saw Ronda Rousey. She lost her title. Confidence out the window. When she came back, first match back, first fight back, you could tell it wasn't there. She didn't have it anymore. Will the same be for E. Snow? We're going to have to find out. Does he still have what it takes to get back up there and reclaim the championship?
Well, it would certainly be nice for us to tell whether he can do it or not in a one-on-one contest instead of a handicap match. I wonder whether Stevie Ray will once again get physically involved here tonight while you pretend it doesn't happen.
You have such a bias. You have such a bias. Do you know that? You can't just be out here and be impartial. What is wrong with you?
I call it exactly the way I see it on our monitor.
Look, my monitor's in 1080p, 4K. Yours, it must be like an old tube television. You have to turn the dials. Get a picture. Come on, TP. Stevie Ray is fair, impartial. He's just there for moral support.
Yes, of course.
You know Snow would love to get a shot at Gino. Oh.
Nice fireman's carry right there from E. Snow.
And reclaim that championship. Well, we know in a few weeks we're going to see Gino defending against J.J. Blake, the man who was almost heavyweight champion at one time. Dynamite Adonis.
Get it up! 1, 2, 3.
A clean break right there from E. Snow. One must wonder if he could expect the same thing from Abel Andrew Jackson. And there's Stevie Ray once again. I'm sure he's just offering some expert tutelage to E. Snow.
You know what's an American tragedy? You want to know an American tragedy?
Please enlighten me.
An American tragedy is a guy like Abel Andrew Jackson, who's carried the ball, who's been the standard bearer, who's been the greatest politician this country has ever seen, one of the greatest Americans of all time. The fact that he has never held Reality of Wrestling gold, that's an American tragedy, and it's a travesty. And if he beats Evan Snow tonight, I say that he shoots up in the rankings.
You know what's amazing to me is that I feel that just 3 months ago, you would have a very different opinion of Abel Andrew Jackson. Then he turns his back on the Row Nation. He turns his back on his country. He aligns himself with Stevie Ray. And now all of a sudden, it's an American tragedy. Now all of a sudden, this man is the guy who's carried the ball.
You know what I like about Abel Andrew Jackson is he cares about himself. He cares about himself. He cares about what he can get.
Well, now we understand each other.
Care what the people think. Now, why would he? They don't put money in his pocket. They don't get him championships. They cheer him. And that's, I think, what happened to E. Snow.
Backslide attempt here from E. Snow. Kick out at 2.
E. Snow, he came out here. He's the champ. He won the title. Right? He was the guy. He let the glitz, glamour, and the cheers from the fans, he let it get to his head. He took his eye off the ball. That's why he's no longer the champion.
Knee to face. But a kick out at 2. Don't go anywhere because there's more Row action still to come in a moment. E. Snow, one of the most memorable ladder matches, certainly in the history of Reality of Wrestling, if not professional wrestling. He needs to get back to winning ways, and meanwhile, Double AJ in firm control of this matchup. Leapfrog over the top. Nice arm drag from the former champion. Comes back with a lariat, back elbow, and the tables have turned.
Oh, up and over.
Clothesline over the top, and now E. Snow, who makes his living at High Risk City. Oh my goodness!
A swanton. Off the top. Wait.
Oh, come on here! Stevie Ray trying to get physically involved, and Evan Snow just rearranged his thinking.
He just hit an innocent man. He better press
charges. An innocent man. Give me a break.
Paul Walker, Texas lawyer. Press charges, Stevie Ray. That's assault. Assault with deadly.
Oh, and a swing vote. Courtesy of the distraction from Stevie Ray. Hooks the leg. Oh, but a kick out from E. Snow at 2 3/4.
Snow got the up. I thought that swing vote would have been it, but maybe Snow does have some fight in him.
Well, he absolutely has fight in him. He's a former Reality of Wrestling champion. He held the title for months. And despite Stevie Ray's best efforts, E. Snow is still in this matchup.
That was assault. Assault with a deadly
The
weapon.
man comes out to ringside week in and week out. He tries to physically intervene in matchups. Sooner or later, that is bound to happen.
Look at that.
Oh, and face first! Into the mat from the second rope, E. Snow!
Look, kick out by Double AJ. Stevie Ray still reeling from that brutal assault and attack by E. Snow. And he's looking for the Snow Angel now.
More like E. Snow standing his ground. And now, looking for that Snow Angel reversal here from Abel Andrew Jackson, who face plants E. Snow. Center of the ring, hooks the leg, lateral press, but E. Snow slips out the back door.
Uh-oh. I think we're going to see him. He's hooking him. Can he get him up? For some American suplexes.
Devastating suplex. Cover. 2. Kick out again from the former champion, and now the frustration setting in for Abel Andrew Jackson. Several times he thought he had East Snow right where he wanted him. Quick reminder for everyone at home, our main event this week features Rex Andrews versus Cameron Cole for the Reality of Wrestling's Texas Heavyweight Championship. That and so much more still to come, but right now, Abel Andrew Jackson, an abdominal stretch in the center of the ring. No place for the former champion to go. Oh, reversal from East Snow.
Big time reversal by East Snow. He needed that. Now he's getting fired up.
East Snow battling back here. Oh. Abel Andrew Jackson drops that top rope. East Snow hangs on. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, come on, and again. Once again, Stevie Ray getting involved.
No.
Grabbing both feet of East Snow and dropping him face first on the apron.
That's called a receipt. He assaulted him.
It's ridiculous.
He assaulted that man.
Oh, and now, and so what do you call that? An encore? Give me a break.
That was his chain.
That's what an assault looks like. When you show up at ringside with no intention of getting in the ring and physically competing, but assaulting someone from behind.
Well,
that's not expert tutelage. It's despicable. And a code breaker from Abel Andrew Jackson. Cover, center of the ring.
Your winner, Abel Andrew Jackson.
It's morning again in America, TP. Stevie Ray Incorporated has another top guy in their roster. The great American, the great man, Abel Andrew Jackson, going straight to the top.
I have a feeling that Abel Andrew Jackson,
huge win. That's a huge win.
Will be paying for Stevie Ray's dinner tonight, perhaps even a few drinks. Soft drinks, obviously. Abel Andrew Jackson victorious thanks to his ace in the hole, Mr. Expert Tutelage himself, Stevie Ray.
Rex Andrews, later tonight, you will be defending the new Texas Championship in the main event, this time against Cameron Cole. Typically a tag team wrestler here, now going off on his own singles, an opportunity here to dethrone you from this very championship. How have you prepared for tonight's matchup?
Who was the first Intercontinental Champion, Chris?
Pat Patterson.
Who was the first NWA Champion?
Well, it was obviously Luthez.
Debatable, but it works for the sake of the argument. My point is, Chris, that you always remember the first one. You always remember the first champion. Right now, imagine Luthez traveling the country with his championship, defending it all over the place, and the first time that he comes home, the first defense he has at home, he loses to a hipster in a plaid glittery jacket. Do you think we'd be talking about Luthez right now? No, we wouldn't. No, don't get me wrong. Cameron Cole is a natural athlete, and he has a ton of potential, but I'm more than potential, Chris. I'm realized. Like you said, he's a tag team wrestler, and I am a singles champion. I'm the most dominant singles champion in this company. See, I'm more dominant than Terrell Tempo. I'm better than Gino. I'm feeling a little bit like Babe Ruth tonight. Chris, you ask how I'm preparing for my match. I'm going to call my shot. I'm going to armbar Cameron Cole right in the middle of the ring, and I'm going to send him right back to the tag division. Thanks for your time.
Hey, yeah. What's up, boy? Good, man. I mean, you ready, right? I mean, you know what's at stake tonight, right?
I'm ready, but how can we focus on that after Aiden lost last week to Temple?
Ugh. We got a shot for the tag team titles. We will be #1 contender tonight. Are you ready for that?
La pregunta es si tú estás listo. Porque hoy, después de hoy, tú y yo, la familia, vamos a tener oro.
Gold. I like the sound of that.
So get ready.
Familia.
Hi, I'm Ashley Bull, new field correspondent here at Reality of Wrestling. And Gino, can we get a couple of questions?
Of course, Mommy. What do you got?
What are your thoughts on facing JJ Blake?
Right now, JJ Blake, just an afterthought. Let me ask you a question. What's your name?
My name is Ashley, but please answer the question. What are your thoughts on facing JJ Blake for your Reality of Wrestling championship?
I'll answer your question. JJ Blake is JJ Blake. You can't simply touch the heartthrob. But I got a question for you now. What are you doing later tonight?
Let's keep this professional, Gino. Let's talk about Rex Andrews. What are your thoughts on the Texas champion scouting your Reality of Wrestling title?
Rex Andrews? You had to go there, huh? Let's talk about him, okay? Rex Andrews, I've had my eye on you. You're somebody that I actually respect here at the Reality of Wrestling. He's a Texas champion, right? Is he? Am I correct?
Yes.
But let me ask you something. Is he the Reality of Wrestling champion?
No.
Is he the 2-time Reality of Wrestling champion?
No.
He also isn't no intocable. And you know what else he isn't? He's not el fino divino Gino el campeón. It's been your pleasure, Mommy.
Well, we are about to embark on a #1 contenders matchup in the tag team title division. But before we do that, we are being joined here at ringside by the Reality of Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Team Death Bear.
Why aren't you standing? Why aren't you standing?
Because I am sitting at the commentating table doing my job. Why are you standing?
Because we have the greatest tag team in Reality of Wrestling history coming to join us at this commentary desk.
We do a job. I will allow the Row Nation to decide whether they will stand or not.
Don't be rude. Don't be rude.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, at a total combined weight of 360 pounds, Jonathan Vega, Alex Villarreal, La Familia.
Evan Kapolsky, don't you talk every week? You sit there and you're play-by-play guy. Brad Gilmore, I know you have to put up with the mediocrity. It's understandable, but look. Show after show, night after night, Team Death Bear, we prove over and over and over again that we're not just a great tag team, we're the tag team. We're the greatest tag team in Reality of Wrestling.
I don't think anyone can take away the fact that right now you are the Reality of Wrestling Tag Team Champions, and both of you have been extremely successful in defending those titles.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, just wait, because after tonight, we're going to be the tag team champions of commentary, too.
Their opponent, at a total combined weight of 560 pounds, Cedric Payne, Jasper the Hammer Davis, Alpha Unit.
It's understandable if they get a rematch, but when you lose 2 times in a row, which is understandable. Once again, we're the greatest tag team. Did I mention that, by the way? We're the greatest tag team. How did they get a #1 contendership? Can you tell me?
I can't tell you.
Can you tell me? Alex, do you have an idea?
I do not, sir. I do not. That's right.
There are some within the realm of the Reality of Wrestling universe who have speculated that perhaps you would not be Reality of Wrestling Tag Team Champions if it wasn't for Stevie Ray.
Realm, parallel universe, alternate, freaking whatever. Look, it doesn't matter what anybody thinks. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, it doesn't matter. What matters is what we have right here on your announce table.
And tell them what it is.
And that's the Reality of Wrestling Tag Team Championship.
Talk about it. Talk about
Win's
it.
a win.
Well, meanwhile, in the center of the ring, we have the Reality of Wrestling Tag Team Champions #1 contendership matchup right now.
That was a grab of the tights.
That was a grab. That's illegal.
Textbook grab of the tights.
We never do anything like that. We're always straight, narrow, down the line because we're professionals. That's what we do.
Personally, I'm offended they would resort to those kind of tactics.
I mean, damn, I'm offended
It's
right
awful.
now.
It's despicable, right? Despicable. You say
Absolutely,
despicable.
Brad Gilmore. You get it.
I get it.
The irony here is incredible. Cover in the middle of the ring. Kick out at 2.
Let me ask you this, gentlemen. I mean, would y'all have a favorite? Would you prefer one of these two?
That's like asking me if I have a favorite disease. I don't. All diseases are bad and awful. Just like these guys. They're talented, they're great, but everybody's awful compared to us.
That's right.
Because no one could beat us. If there was somebody that could beat us, then they would be the tag team champions, and they're not. You want to know why? Because once again,
Another double team move.
is right here. Tag team championship.
The proof is in the pudding.
I love pudding.
Cover center of the ring. Kick out at 2 as La Familia stays alive.
Not as much as a ham sandwich, but that's regardless.
Yeah, ham sandwich, it's fine. It's understandable.
So you gentlemen have been enjoying catering today.
Oh, catering's phenomenal. Oh, always high class here at Reality of Wrestling.
Here's
Always.
a tag. Here's a tag to Jonathan Vega. Jonathan Vega.
God,
going
nice.
against Major
Stiff
Payne.
shot.
Hot
Drops
midair.
suplex.
Can't let him catch you in that one. Yeah.
Cover here from Cedric Payne. Kick out at 2.
You know, I know that we shouldn't really throw any kind of favoritism. Ever, since we're sitting here, we're talking about how great we are because, I mean, it's true. But, I kind of dig what La Familia's doing. I mean, they're two tough guys from the hood, making sure they try and keep things in check. And you know what? They're not bad guys. I mean, they would never beat us by any means.
Absolutely not.
I mean, well, they're not bad guys. They're tough.
Innovative move there from Jonathan Vega. Hooks the leg. Kick out at 2.
Should have hooked that leg a little deeper, man. You know what I mean?
You gotta get a nice deep hook to the leg.
Not
enough guys know how to hook a leg properly these days.
Or definitely know how to go deep.
Yeah, we do. Ryan Davidson actually invented hooking the leg, if y'all did not know that.
That's right.
True story.
Wikipedia, you can look that up, I'm telling you. It's there.
If he wanted to hook you, you'd be hooked.
That's right.
Well, I'm just a
What do you think?
commentator.
What do you think of the Alpha Unit? What are your thoughts on Major Cedric Payne,
Oh!
Jasper the Hammer Davis?
Look, we already talked about this in the past.
Cover here. Kick out at 2.
Man, that was close. Look, we talked about the Alpha Unit in the past. We respect the fact that they are former members of the military. They fought for our rights, they fought for our freedom. But quite frankly, they can't fight in the ring because we beat them twice.
Two times.
And it doesn't
Two times.
It doesn't even matter. Like, once again, they're talented, but they're not the tag champions. We are. No one can beat us. Coming out here, trying to scout out what's going on. Either way, I just hate to break it to fans. Spoiler alert, Death Bear is the best tag team, period. It doesn't matter who.
Now, we do have some fans on social media right now who are asking this question, so I have to ask it to you. Regardless of who the winner will be of this #1 contendership match tonight, will the two of you commit to defending the titles against them without Stevie Ray at ringside?
Well, you need expert tutelage. What is that?
Really?
Really? What kind of
Are the
question is that?
Patriots rolling into the playoffs without Belichick? I don't think so.
Exactly. What's there so wrong? Oh, wow.
You gotta
look at
dance
this.
with who brought you.
Oh, wait, Jasper the Hammer's getting fired up.
It could be hammer time here any moment. Ooh, swinging neck breaker from a former Reality of Wrestling champion in his own right.
Wow. I'll tell you this right now. As tough as La Familia is.
Wait. Why security lets the fans in here?
Wait a minute, the Pride
Why are there fans?
and Taylor Ransom have hit the ring. And it's absolute bedlam out here.
Is that them? Why are they dressed like fans?
Taylor Ransom and the Pride. What are they doing out here?
I guess this means we're not defending the titles against anybody.
Dude, remind me to send them a Christmas card. I mean, I know that's like 10 months from now, but still, it's totally fine. It's totally fine.
Put it on the to-do list.
Yeah, we'll put it on the to-do list.
Well, Taylor Ransom and the Pride right now. A double power bomb here with Cedric Payne. Come on.
Brutal.
Pride, making their presence felt.
Well, gentlemen, I think the Pride's looking directly at you.
Uh-oh.
Not taking my tag team
over here.
This right here, you must be on something. We're the greatest tag team ever.
Row Nation here joining me at this time. A very special announcement for Reality of Wrestling superstar JJ Blake. JJ, I appreciate a few minutes here out of your busy schedule because I have just been informed from Booker T himself that you are now the #1 contender for Gino's Reality of Wrestling Championship.
I am. Me, JJ Blake. The JJ Blake. Oh, imagine that. Oh, so this whole climbing the ladder, going from the bottom to the top thing is done. We're done with that.
I believe so.
Duh, obviously. This tie is stupid. Look, this was a no-brainer. This should have happened a long time ago. I should have been the next one in line for that championship, and now my time is gonna come. Gino, El Nino boy, you're playing a man's game. And this game, my game, is gonna end with me holding the Reality of Wrestling Championship high above my head. Like I should have been the last time, and that time before that, and that time before that. It ends. It's going to end. When you and I get in the ring, it's going to be finished. It's going to be done. That belt is going to be gone. G-O-N. Gone. I am going to be good, great. El Campeon, J.J. Blake. Come back here, Russo. Come get the microphone. Here you go. Good job.
Sure you don't need my help out there tonight?
You know what? I've been getting ready. I'm focused. I'm ready for tonight. I appreciate it. I got this one. I'm gonna get ready.
All right, man.
Thank you.
I got faith in you. I know you got this. Bring it home, baby.
Hey, why don't you talk some sense in your tag team partner? You think this is a best idea for him?
Why are you sitting here? You're talking to me? You should be worried about my tag team partner, Cameron Cole.
Should be worried about him.
You should be.
Why should I be worried about him? You think you think I haven't put down stronger guys than Cameron Cole?
Listen, I know Cameron Cole. I know him better than anybody. He's not going to give up. He's not going to tap out. So what are you going to do?
Well, you know what? If your partner doesn't give up, if he doesn't tap out, I'm going to hurt him. And when I hurt him, you're going to be out of tag team partner. But you know what? Maybe Cameron gets lucky, and he does beat me tonight. You think about what happens then? You think about your tag team partner holding a singles championship, traveling all across this country, defending it, and you think he has any time for you? Now, the truth is, if Cameron wins this match, everybody forgets about Kiefer Bartek.
Welcome back to the Reality of Wrestling. Matt Topolsky alongside Brad Gilmore for the row, and it has already been chaos here this week at the World Gym Arena. And before we get to tonight's main event, we have to let everybody know about what's coming up in just 2 weeks, Brad. The Reality of Wrestling Championship up for grabs. The Latin heartthrob Gino, now a 2-time Reality of Wrestling champion. He'll defend that title against your guy, JJ Blake, in a few weeks.
Hey, Double J Blake, he's going to try for the first time to capture that Reality of Wrestling Championship. I'll be rooting for him, and I know all of you will be too.
Well, coming up next, I don't know about me, but coming up next, the Reality of Wrestling Texas Heavyweight Championship is up for grabs in the main event. Cameron Cole gets the biggest opportunity of his career against Rex Andrews. That matchup is right now.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Reality of Wrestling Texas Championship. Introducing first, he is the challenger from Venice Beach, California, weighing 185 pounds, Cameron Cole.
The genesis of Cameron Cole. his evolution here at the Reality of Wrestling has been something to behold and enjoy, and he has been breaking out as a single star here at the Reality of Wrestling, one half of the cool kid from Santa Clara, California, Cameron Cole, with the biggest opportunity of his young career here tonight.
His opponent from Dothan, Alabama, weighing 210 pounds, he is the reigning Reality of Wrestling Texas Champion, Rex Andrews.
The most dangerous element in the Reality of Wrestling. The most dangerous element in Texas professional wrestling. The taker of arms, the taker of titles, Rex Andrews. This is your main event on this week's edition of the Reality of Wrestling. It is for the Texas Heavyweight Championship, and the first question that comes to mind is, has Cameron Cole bitten off a little bit more than he can chew, Brad Gilmore?
Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I know Cameron Cole, he's a great guy, very talented young athlete, former Reality Wrestling Tag Team Champion, but you're going up against Rex Andrews. This guy doesn't lose. He was awarded the Texas Championship for a reason, because he's the most dominant. All he's got to do is grab that arm, and you're done for. There's nothing you're going to be able to do about it.
We invite everyone to join in on the conversation on social media. If you're enjoying our main event right now, use the hashtag RowOnCW on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, and let's talk about it. It's Cameron Cole versus Rex Andrews. The Texas Heavyweight Championship is up for grabs. You know, you brought up a great point, Brad, about Rex Andrews. It was Booker T himself, the owner, the proprietor, the president of Reality of Wrestling, who came out here to the ring at the World Gym Arena a few weeks ago and awarded Rex Andrews that Texas Heavyweight Championship. Well, what do we have here?
He must have too much baby oil on. You know these guys are. Weirdo.
Well, I believe Rex Andrews was complaining to the official that his opponent was a little too greasy.
Hey, you know, maybe that was a strategy by Cameron Cole. Maybe he was doing that so that he could get out of the armbar easily. I mean, who knows? I mean, this is like the baseball players who put butter on the inside of the glove so they could get a little extra spin on the pitch.
Oh! Reversal and a hip toss right there from Rex Andrews. He's sending a message. I mean, this is what it's all about here. It's just as much psychology as it is physicality from this man. One of the most cerebral athletes we have ever seen here at the Reality of Wrestling. That is Rex Andrews. And for everyone at home that's keeping score, Rex Andrews never lost the Reality of Wrestling Television Championship. He traded it in to become Texas Heavyweight Champion. It has been a long time since we've seen Rex Andrews lose a match, or be in a draw, if you will, here on Reality of Wrestling TV.
Oh, big up and over. You know, I mean, Cameron Cole, this guy comes out here after losing the Tag Team Championships. He demands singles matches. Against every member of Stevie Ray Incorporated. Now he's going after the Texas Championship, facing Rex Andrews. Now where's his partner? Where's Bartek? Has he left Bartek in the dust? Does he have something to prove on his own? You know, Bartek, since making his debut here in Reality Wrestling, has never been pinned or made to submit. Ever. Why isn't he getting a shot at the Texas Championship?
Well, I certainly think that's a great question to be asked, and certainly a question that I think Cameron Cole would have an interesting response to.
Look, I get it. You know, everyone likes to look out for themselves. They want to be the guy. Cameron wants singles gold, I guess. But look, it still says.
Well, I think that's why he's here right now. I wouldn't call it a guessing matter at all. He believes he can defeat Rex Andrews, otherwise he wouldn't be in the first place. A suicide dive through the ropes, head first, and Cameron Cole has taken control of this matchup.
Well, if I know Cameron Cole, he's gonna double dip.
High risk again through the ropes, oh my goodness! And a reversal from Rex Andrews.
Rex Andrews is a shark.
Look out!
Oh.
Head first into the steel. Not again, look out, oh my God!
Jeez. Hey, whoa. What did our table ever do to you?
It was like a fuse was lit inside of Rex Andrews and he has exploded on the challenger.
Wait a minute. Uh-oh, and wait. Hold on. Here comes Bartek.
Well, ask and you shall receive, Brad Gilmore. The other half of the cool is here at ringside. My goodness. And Rex Andrews using this champion's advantage right now. He will apparently take a count out to retain this title.
They're up to 8, come on.
But Cameron Cole slides in at 9.5, and the match continues. Don't go anywhere because there's more Raw action still to come in a moment.
Hey, it doesn't matter. If you're the champion, you're the champion.
Well, we've seen Rex Andrews complain about Cameron Cole perhaps having a little bit too much oil on him, and now this. Trying to use the count out to get a victory. Now he hooks the leg, center of the ring, kick out at 2.
Look, Rex Andrews is a big money fighter. That's what he is. He goes after the big money fights. And if you're the champion, the paychecks are bigger. If you defend as the champion, you retain that title, guess what? Your next fight, boom, bigger payday. That's what he's about, TP. He didn't care how he wins the fight. He's like Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather didn't care about winning the fight by knockout. He wanted to win on points.
Well, I will agree with you. He doesn't care if he wins a popularity contest or not. Cover here to retain the title. Kick out at 2.5. Interesting right now, Cameron Cole reaching across the ring as if this is a tag team matchup. I think perhaps he's forgotten where he is.
Well, if you got hit as hard as he did by Rex Andrews here against the announce table, against the guardrail, you probably forget where you were too.
Launched like a human javelin. Cameron Cole trying to fight back right now, but that could be ill-advised. I wouldn't suggest any man on this planet stand in that ring and trade hands with the likes of Rex Andrews. Irish whip reversal, the challenger ducks underneath, reversal again, series of reversals, and Cameron Cole eats an elbow for his troubles to retain the Texas Heavyweight Championship. Kick out at 2.
Rex Andrews is a great striker. Rex Andrews is a great grappler. Rex Andrews is a great chain wrestler. Rex Andrews is just great, TP, and it's going to take a lot to remove that Texas Championship from around his waist.
Hard to argue with that. Rex Andrews has even claimed that he is the true champion of reality of wrestling. He is defending that Texas Heavyweight Championship all over the Republic of Texas. No one has of yet been able to take it off him or come even close, for that matter. A reversal there from Cameron Cole. Some misfortune there for Rex Andrews, and now Cameron Cole digging deep. What does he have left in the reserves?
Cameron Cole firing up. Well, look at that. Look at that takedown. Look at that takedown. Oh, my goodness.
He's looking for that arm bar there. The shoot wrestling of Rex Andrews on display, but Cameron Cole wisely finds his way to the bottom rope.
But Rex Andrews utilizes that 5 count, beats up on the arm just a little bit anyway. Oh, wait a minute. Stood out in front of us again. Cameron Cole now, is he going to double dip again?
Well, Cameron Cole doesn't have the advantage of trying to win by countout. Oh. He can't win the title that way, but he dives over the top to the outside, sacrificing his mind, body, and soul for this championship.
We might have a new champion right here.
Cameron Cole climbing up top. Looking for the biggest moment of his life. High cross body. New champion on the way, too. Kick out at 2 at 99%.
2 and 15, 16's right there, TP. Wow. You know, if Cameron Cole didn't waste time by going to the top, he might have still had Rex days from that senton to the outside, and he could have gotten the 3 count. Wait a minute. Alabama slam.
Oh,
Look
no.
for Alabama slam.
Oh! That has got to be all. Alabama slam folds Cameron Cole in half, and the young man kicks out again. saw war between two athletes for the Texas heavyweight title.
He's trying to hook Cameron. Cameron, oh, backflip lands on his feet almost. He's firing up.
Cameron Cole trying to write his own story. Trying to rewrite history, goes for that super kick. It would be an upset that would be remembered for the ages if Cameron Cole can find a way to defeat Rex Andrews and capture that Texas title.
Oh.
Super kick! It stunned Rex Andrews, and he goes back to the leg.
Rex Andrews knows he's not going to stand with him now.
Well, he was stunned by that first super kick, but the second one connects flush. Incredible! Cameron Cole to capture the championship! Oh my goodness!
Wow. What a match we have for you tonight. The main event of Reality of Wrestling. Use that hashtag RowOnCW. Both these men are giving it their all tonight. Cameron Cole coming with way more than we knew he was capable of.
Cameron Cole has taken it to another level here tonight. Rex Andrews has to be shocked by it, but wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Into that arm bar.
If he breaks the hands, this is going to be it for Cameron Cole.
Cameron Cole trying to battle out. It's clear now that part of that strategy, there's that arm bar.
Bartek.
And what is Bartek doing? He just threw in the towel.
Bartek threw in the towel. He threw in the towel for Cameron Cole.
Your winner and still Reality of Wrestling Texas champion, Rex Andrews.
Well, that towel that was used at the beginning of the match to either remove the excess perspiration of Cameron Cole, or as Rex Andrews may have argued, baby oil, has just been thrown in the ring by Cameron Cole's tag team partner, Bartek, and the match is over. Why would he do that?
Well, you know, maybe TP was looking out for his partner. He was looking out for his partner. He didn't want to see Cameron Cole's arm get ripped out of its socket. You didn't want to see that either, did you?
Absolutely not.
He did the humane thing. Well, he's checking on him. He came and rushed to his aid earlier in the match. Who knows? He might have been a little jealous. You know, I mean, he might have wanted, well, to reach that spot.
I don't know if
Cameron
I would
Cole,
go that far.
Hey, Cameron Cole in this relationship has always been Jay-Z, and Kiefer's always been Kanye. He's always been the little brother. He's always been the number 2 guy. Maybe a little bit of a disagreement here.
Well, Cameron Cole doesn't look all too happy, but he was in the center of the ring with no place to go. And we have seen what Rex Andrews has done before. Cameron Cole, a valiant effort, but tonight it comes to a conclusion after Bartek throws in the towel. Himself with Stevie Ray, and now all of a sudden it's an American tragedy. Now all of a sudden this man is the guy who's carried the ball.
You know what I like about Abel Andrew Jackson is he cares about himself. He cares about himself. He cares about what he can get.
Well, now we understand each other.
He didn't care what the people think. Now why would he? They don't put money in his pocket. They don't get him championships. They cheer him. And that's, I think, what happened to East Snow.
Backslide attempt here from East Snow. Kick out at 2.
East Snow, he came out here. He's the champ. He won the title, right? He was the guy. He let the glitz, glamour, and the cheers from the fans, he let it get to his head. He took his eye off the ball. That's why he's no longer the champion.
Knee to face, but a kick out at 2. Don't go anywhere because there's more Row action still to come in a moment. East Snow, one of the most memorable ladder matches, certainly in the history of Reality of Wrestling, if not professional wrestling. He needs to get back to winning ways, and meanwhile, Double AJ in firm control of this matchup. Leapfrog over the top. Nice arm drag from the former champion. Comes back with a lariat, back elbow, and the tables have turned.
Oh, up and over. You have to turn the dials. Get a picture. Come on, TP. Stevie Ray is fair, impartial. He's just there for moral support.
Yes, of course.
You know, Snow would love to get a shot at Gino. Oh.
Nice fireman's carry right there from E. Snow.
And reclaim that championship. But we know in a few weeks we're going to see Gino defending against J.J. Blake, the man who was almost heavyweight champion at one time. Dynamite Adonis.
Get him up! 1, 2, 3.
A clean break right there from E. Snow. One must wonder if he could expect the same thing from Abel Andrew Jackson. And there's Stevie Ray once again. I'm sure he's just offering some expert tutelage to E. Snow.
You know what's an American tragedy? You want to know an American tragedy?
Please enlighten me.
An American tragedy is a guy like Abel Andrew Jackson, who's carried the ball, who's been the standard bearer, who's been the greatest politician this country has ever seen, one of the greatest Americans of all time. The fact that he has never held reality wrestling gold. That's an American tragedy, and it's a travesty. And if he beats Evan Snow tonight, I say that he shoots up in the rankings.
You know what's amazing to me is that I feel that just 3 months ago, you would have a very different opinion of Abel Andrew Jackson. Then he turns his back on the Row Nation. He turns his back on his country. He aligns. Oh my goodness, a Davidson driver. And you know what comes next, Brad?
455.
The reality of wrestling, the flagship of Texas wrestling.
You just can't see it anywhere else.
He's 15 feet in the air. Brian takes him up top. Oh, look at this. Oh, my God.
Will testify.
Look at you did that.
Boom.
Welcome to the reality of wrestling. I'm Matt Topolsky. He's Brad Gilmore. That's the Row Nation. And we have an electrifying edition of the reality of wrestling scheduled tonight. And Brad, we're not going to waste any time. Let's get right into it. Rex Andrews is the brand new reality of wrestling Texas heavyweight champion. He defends that title this week against a real wild card. That challenger is Cameron Cole.
I mean, Cameron Cole, former champion in his own right, tag team champion with the Cruel. I wonder how he's going to fare on his own in singles competition without his partner Bartek at his side.
In addition to that, Brad, we're also going to talk about the Alpha Unit and La Familia. The winner of that matchup will be declared the #1 contender for the Reality of Wrestling Tag Team Championship.
And Death Bear are the champions. They're the top team. They're the ones to beat. Can either one of these teams go to the mountaintop and take those championships off maybe the most dominant tag team we've ever seen? We'll find out.
And perhaps the biggest question tonight is how will the former Reality of Wrestling champion Evan Snow respond after losing that championship? He faces Double AJ
up to the top.
And his opponent from Hip Hop USA, weighing 195 pounds, Evan Snow.
This is the first time we are seeing Evan Snow on Reality of Wrestling television since losing the Reality of Wrestling championship to Gino in that historic ladder match they had just a few weeks ago. And questions certainly circling around how E. Snow will respond to that loss. Very important for him to get a victory here right out the gate.
I could agree with you more, TP. I mean, if he loses again, his confidence, here's the thing. When you lose your championship, your confidence has to be broken. We saw Ronda Rousey. She lost her title. Confidence out the window. When she came back, first match back, first fight back, you could tell it wasn't there. She didn't have it anymore. Will the same be for E. Snow? We're going to have to find out. Does he still have what it takes to get back up there and reclaim the championship?
Well, it would certainly be nice for us to tell whether he can do it or not in a one-on-one contest instead of a handicap match. I wonder whether Stevie Ray will once again get physically involved here tonight while you pretend it doesn't happen.
You have such a bias. You have such a bias. Do you know that? You can't just be out here and be impartial. What is wrong with you?
I call it exactly the way I see it on our monitor.
Look, my monitor's at 1080p, 4K. Yours, it must be like an old tube television.
Abel Andrew Jackson tonight.
And don't forget who's going to be at his side, the contemptible consultant, the owner, the operator of Stevie Ray Incorporated, Stevie Ray. Will accompany Abel to the ring. Never know what's going to happen.
All that and so much more on an action-packed edition of Reality of Wrestling that starts right now.
Being accompanied to the ring by Stevie Ray from Washington, D.C., weighing 209 pounds, Abel Andrew Jackson.
Well, look what the cat drug in.
Dragged in, TP. Be grammatically correct. Aren't you a professional broadcaster?
While you argue with me over syntax, I will talk about Stevie Ray Incorporated and its newest client, AAJ Abel Andrew Jackson, America's finest snake oil salesman. And what a wonderful ovation he's receiving from the World Gym Arena.
Seems to be all positive. You hear how much noise they're making? And look at him. There he is, the man right there. There he is. That's the man. That's the man with the plan. The man with the brain. The man who runs the whole game. Stevie Ray Incorporated. Stevie Ray right there.